Hi everyone, hope you're well. Today is the 25th of March 2025. We're going to take a look at the DAX today. I'm using OBS to stream, and usually you can just set it up. But for some reason my video's gone, whatever. Okay, so on the monthly chart, how many days have we got left? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to the end of the month. If you're a bull, what do you want? Well, if you're a bull, you want to close above the open of that last bull bar. You'd like to close above the close of, sorry, that's the monthly chart. It's a weekly chart. Let's go to the monthly chart. Bulls want to close 23,241, just 1 point above that would be good, but they really just need to close above the close of the prior months, 22,700. We're around 23,000 with a few days to go. Now, if you're a bear and you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't think we're going to get to lower the bar. I want to at least get below the midpoint, and that's where we're sitting at the moment, 23,130. So we want to get below that midpoint. We want to get back down to the close. You want to shake these bulls out of their trade. They've got consecutive big-looking bull bars. The risk is very big on the monthly chart, so bulls need a lower high, and then probably get a second leg up. Hi, Nobel. Fantastic. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for watching the stream. Hope you found it valuable. G'day, Ron. How are you? I saw your message. I was actually going to can today's session. And then I saw your message and you're like, oh, hey, I saw you posting. I'll tune in. And I think, oh, okay, better not disappoint the team. So that's what I'm thinking on the monthly charts. We're around about the midpoint. And I think I want the, if you're a bear, you want to be closing the midpoint, bulls slightly above. Yeah, I'm well. Well, thanks, mate. So we've got a couple of dojis on the weekly chart. Is last week a good buy signal? Not really. Is it a good sell signal? Well, it's a better sell than a buy, I think. But none of it's too high probability. This is a really strong bull channel. We've had 1 pause, 2 pause, probably 3 legs up. That's the range, which is just too far away at the moment on the weekly chart. That's usually what happens when you have a swing point that's really far away. Sometimes the counter trend traders will just kind of give up and try again a little bit later. That's why you see late legs get smaller swing points, here and then here and then here, and then they finally can take it out. So weekly chart, not a lot has changed. It was not a great buy signal, but at least it's, a bull bar and a bull channel. The daily moving average was a magnet. I thought we'd reach it yesterday, and we did right at the end of the day. We had a new high. We actually went below a swing point, so we're in a trading range, and in a trading range you get vacuum moves shooting up and back. We shot back up to the top, and now we're back in the middle of the range around the moving average. Can you sell below this weekly bar? Well, it looks like we've triggered it on the overnight. Maybe we triggered it in RTH, but it's not a great location, I don't think. The moving average is sloping sideways to up, and it's been support all the way through here. So I prefer it to collapse through and come back for a sell, as opposed to be the trader selling below that. So on etc. trading hours, I use both the Frankfurt and etc., but I take the bar numbers from the etc. hours. But because there's some pre-market, it's okay to look at it. So at the moment we're about around the moving average. That might be a magnet for today. I'll move that up now. So we've got a spike. Well, we had a spike up, collapse down, then a spike up, and we left. These are called spike break signals, and they're usually great test targets. And we've tapped between both of them, and so we're shrinking into this very small range, and we might be doing that in a triangle continuously. We might be doing a little bit more like this. So that could be what's on the cards. Can we go down 1, pause 2? Yeah, I think we can go down here a little bit more. We're probably only going down to find the low of that range. This was a strong leg up, but didn't get a second leg. You can argue it's the second leg of this. 1, 2, 3. Some kind of a wedge. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a wedge in a bull channel, so there's no rush to take the short until it comes up here, really. Okay, so I made a video a while back called 60-minute signal bar live. It's a concept I use on higher time frames. It's pretty simple. I'm just saying, is there a signal bar on a higher time frame that's still live? So we haven't gone below the bull bar, we haven't gone above the bear bar. That's all I'm looking at. So here is a decent bull bar, we haven't gone below. Here is a decent bear bar, we haven't gone above. Now I'd usually get rid of this signal if they've already got 2R. So it's possible that any traders that bought in there already got out if they were using the correct stop. See, this trader's definitely got 2R. If I was to put the stop down there, they haven't. So for me, this signal is still live down here. This signal is not because we went below it. This one is not because we went above it. This one is. And that one obviously is if this one is, but it's basically saying that these bears are still in the market because they haven't been pushed out yet, and bulls at the lower of this range are still in. And what that does is it just kind of keeps my trading range relative to traders in the market. You know, I can't confirm it. I can't go and find those traders and say, hey, you're still in, but it works pretty well. So no surprise, we found buyers in the low of this range, and that means if we go up above some of these signals, I think we'll find sellers. Does that make sense? That's kind of how I look at the 60-minute chart. We had a strong spike on this time frame. We had a wedge, and then we broke through that wedge and got a measured move down. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Counter trend wedge, great buy setup. Oh, we're below it. That failed. Measured move down. Now we've broken a trend line and we've come back to test it. So for the bulls, they want this to be some kind of major trend reversal. They're looking for a 3 push pattern, which we may have just triggered, you know, 1, 2, 3, basically a wedge bull flag for a buy, but there's no, I think there's no rush when both moving averages are here. You know, we can go below a tick, we can go above. But it's not a great place for bears down there, I don't think so. So 60-minute chart. Okay, that's got the pre-market. So yesterday we got a couple of things right. This was a strong spike. It needed to pull back on a buy signal. It failed. Set up a measured move down. So we're consecutive bear bars, so reasonable to sell and sell higher, looking for a second leg. The bulls were able to get a wedge pullback long here, but they did not trigger it. And then there was this bar, which has zero body. No one wants to buy above that. And once that failed, then the bears got their two legs down. There's one, pull back, there's two. This move back was really strong. If you look at those inside bars, that's technically a swing point. We broke a swing point, which puts us back into a trading range. So we had, spike sideways, all the way down. Bulls tried to get back to the open, but it was basically a 60-minute sell taking us all the way down. I think if you put high of that, there you go. So there's the close of the 60-minute bar. Stop above the high of the day, 1R, 2R. And that was all she wrote on that. So I didn't take those trades there. I was short. Back down to here. I wanted the close, but I also knew I wasn't going to trade all afternoon. So I had a shot, and then big reversal came back, and so I got back out on 24.25. And there was a good second entry short here. If you're unable to take it because you think we've turned always in long, that's okay. You just need to come up with a technique that's going to work for you to switch. Now you've got 3 consecutive bear bars closing below a swing point. You've got a target to the bottom of the range. You can take some off and either get back in or leave the runner for a close to the close of last week. How'd everyone go yesterday? Anyone get some good trades? I called the short out here. That was a great trade. I should cut that into a smaller video. Micro channel, fail, reverse. I was short just under the 7 high. It's a nice trade. I had a short. I took some off. I had, I think, 2 break evens and another short. So it's tricky open when it's a gap up like this. You either have your short and keep your stop where it is and then try and scale in, or you exit and then you have to get back in. 17, 18. 19, pull back to the 17 close. A couple of options to get back in. So yesterday was a broad bear channel. Now if I put Frankfurt on there, where are we? Okay, so we're in the lower third of a trading range. So if I look at all the trading range price action and I'm in the lower third, then that puts a target here and here. That's because if I'm a bear and I'm using this whole range, I've really got no rush to sell. Top of a sell climax, maybe here, top of a sell climax here. These are good places to get short, betting that we're going to stay in this range. We failed to break out below that swing point. And we might have this same kind of behavior, lots of overlap today. At the moment, it looks like we're always in long off the pre-market. And so, consecutive bull bars, there's probably a pre-market target up there. I'm not currently in a position. I'll wait for the market to open. You can see the volatility is back to normal levels, which is good. How's the sound? I boosted the volume. I had some traders tell me they couldn't hear me. If I put the mic any closer, it'll be right up in my face. Oh, thanks, Fred. Sounds good. Wonderful. Cheers. Ron's already in long. Nice. ES was interesting yesterday. Huge gap up and, likely to have a trading range day. But it was interesting because the trading range day was a bull trend. So we had, weak bar one, really strong bar two, and then 15-minute buy bar three. So you can buy the close. Some traders bought on four, the test of two. If you didn't buy any of that, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bull bars and a pullback. So now you've got to buy above 9. And I think that was the 20 points. The day I didn't take the targets there, it's too late for me. So I got long on the pullback 9. And then what I do, I went up. I bought more on 17. Sorry, bought more on 19. And then I just got out of the scalps when I saw 3 dojis. I was going to buy again on 29. Consecutive bull bars, but then I just thought, you know what, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 legs. I'll just let it go. Closed it down. But there were some good shorts on the way down. You got a bear spike and then a bull bar. Selling above that bull bar or selling after you see 38. Bear bars, the moving average. Reasonable to sell. Trying to get down to a swing point. So, how did I go on ES? Yeah, so we're always in long pre-market, big bull bar with some follow through, 1, 2, a couple legs up, but I think there must be a magnet somewhere up here. We've touched the daily moving average, and this is really strong coming off it. So that might be the basis for a second leg sideways to up. But because it's a daily magnet, you just never know whether it's going to be today on the 5-minute chart or tomorrow. Okay, let's try and get this webcam. Nobel saying you're watching a live stream, not closing. Oh, they didn't close it at the moving average. Yeah, that was the thing about that short, is that if I thought bulls were going to buy here, we'll take it back to the trading hours. I didn't think the bulls were going to buy strongly here because there's a chance we can go and close that gap. So I think if I'm a bull, I'm not going to buy a full position there. I'm probably going to wait and see, trade a half position, and then if it takes off, quickly add, or take a smaller loss and then take the next signal, which is what a lot of traders did down here, I think. So I was looking for a leg out of this. Hi, Victor. Made some gains in DAX, but gave it away in NASDAQ. Yeah, NASDAQ's a bit of a beast, hey? It's a tricky beast. G'day, Matt. Thanks for jumping on. So on the pre-market, we are up here. We're 23,148. I usually trade DAX and FTSE, but to stream, I just can't do both. It just confused. I mean, I can do both. It just confused everyone who was watching. But it's a bit difficult flicking between screens and stuff. So, it's a dating thing now. Well, I mean, it's really a vibe thing at the moment. I'm going to stream US for Brooks price action tomorrow, but I just thought, oh yeah, I'll do a couple of streams, see how it goes. Oh, you're welcome. No worries. It's tough to make a commitment to something and keep it fun and lively, because trading's a little bit up and down. If you're in your best form, then you're trading heavy and you feel great. And if you're feeling a little bit under the weather, or you got personal stuff happening, then you kind of got to cut back a bit. I was saying yesterday, it's not really like the gym where you just kind of force yourself to go. Generally in trading, that leads to a disaster. Nice. You're trading the euro. Look, if you can trade DAX, depending on your broker, because you can get access to FDAX, FDXM, FDXS. So, €5 point, €1 point, which will give you a chance to trade it. If you trade CFDs, you can trade the German 30. I mean, it should be the German 40. They just haven't updated it. So then you can trade, 10 cents a point, $1 a point, and just build up from there. The main thing is just a way to practice. Oh yeah, nice on the Jerk 40. That's the thing, and then it's not so stressful to increase the size. Okay, so we're going up in some kind of a bull channel. I trade off, etc. But because there is pre-market data, I mean, why not look at it? A bit like Hang Seng. Hang Seng has pre-market data as well, so it's like, all right, I'll take a look. But it's not like there are magical patterns that you can't see on one chart. So we're testing this signal bar. So if I think this is a bear channel, and then we've got basically a moving average gap bar. I think someone said that on the stream yesterday. If so, well done. That it was a sell, back to the moving average, back into the range. 1, 2, 3. Hi, Javier. Thanks for joining. Oh, you're welcome. There's not a big choice for Euro streams. I noticed. I did some research on YouTube, and there's a lot of traders. I think trading GJ, gold and other stuff. But there's some interesting trading techniques. A lot of very short scalps. Like in and out in a minute. Oh, great! You're in Spain. Fantastic. That's awesome. Hi, Fritz. Novell's saying, "Oh, you trade the US session? Yeah, great. Yeah, reading the books, you really need to. The trading room helped me a lot. The books were just a big group of words, and then you kind of go off the room for a while, and just trade it by yourself. Then you kind of come back, and I think it's a good system. Oh, cool. Nobel's in Poland. Oh, great. We've got Indonesia. I'm an Aussie based in Taiwan, so we're very international here. That's great. Oh, cheers. Yeah, we try and get the team happening. I think a lot of us are surprised that eventually it paid off. Eventually, you can learn trading, and you can do it for a job if you want to. Uh, you know what I mean? You just spend a long time doing it, making every mistake possible, wasting enormous amounts of money with people who are full of crap. And yeah, so it was really great to meet some other traders there. Oh, g'day, Wade from Brizzy. Fantastic. Can anyone get in touch with Pavel? Pavel who? I feel like I've seen the name on the stream before. Okay, so bar one. So a bit of a doji bar one. We're testing that signal bar. So that's the signal bar that I put on the chart earlier. I'm not going to just put an order to sell there. I'm just trying to see whether traders that sold there are going to sell again there. They had a couple of chances to take 1R, so they'll probably take it. We'll see. So small gap up. So likely that the 10 points is going to get closed. I'm not short. Pre-markets had a lot of bull bars here, so I'll wait and see what the bears can do. Oh yeah, it's the shave bars indicator. I probably just turn it off. You could put it on your chart. It's just it's just showing shave bars. I'm doing a bit of research on it at the moment. I did a post. Did I do the video yet? Maybe I haven't cut the video yet, but I think it's really useful for trading. So no news for the euro. We had a higher low. We've kind of got a lower high at the moment. What to do here? Not much. Because both moving averages are pretty horizontal, we might do that annoying behavior where we spend 12 bars above, 12 bars below, that kind of thing. Nice. Okay, so bears selling below 1. 2R exactly to the daily moving average. I think you're low in a trading range. It's probably not what it is. So my bar range saying bars are about 30 points, so they're back to where they should be. I thought on the 15-minute this was 1, 2, and the Bulls kind of needed one more leg up. First bar of the day's only got a 20% chance of being the high or low, so hi, Chris. The indicators, yeah, I've got this AVR levels is just this one up here. If you go to my blog, zentradingtech.com, why don't I be helpful and put a thingo? Here we go. Let's do that. So that's on there. That's just the moving average that's changing color, and bar counts also on the blog as well. So it's just putting a number at every third bar, and it's also changing color on the 60-minute bar, 12, 24, 36, etc. So this is the 200, this is the 20 moving average. So one bear's sold, looks like they took 1R. They're probably hoping to get down to the close. But this is, there's a lot of overlap here. So I don't think it's a good place for a stop entry short. But we'll see what they can do on 3. Oh, nice. You're from Tom's stream. He's a fantastic trader. I got to hang out with him a bit in Orlando. Lovely guy. Great trader. Just really lovely. I got to interview him a bit in Orlando as well. It was quite interesting. He was talking about, trading live and how much it improves your own discipline. He's really inspired me a lot, actually. He does so much work on the weekends. I said to him, I said a few years ago, I was wondering why I was such a bad trader. I'm sitting around having a coffee on a Saturday, and then my Telegram beeps, and message from Trader Tom, and he's posted a 70-page PDF reviewing his trades for the week. And I was like, oh, that's why I'm a bad trader. I'm sitting around having coffee all the time. He's probably cleared 100 grand this week, and he's put 70 pages in on a Saturday. So really strong work ethic. So not much to do here at the moment. The bulls are trying to get the major trend reversal. On the 60-minute chart, we broke a trend line. We've had a three-legged move for a pullback. They'd like a sell signal and a test down. I don't know. It's pretty sideways for stop entry, so I'm not psyched on that. Okay, so we've got yesterday's close. Okay, so 3 consecutive bear bars. We've got a 15-minute bear bar now. Back down to the moving average. What happened to the bulls this morning? So we've tested the close of yesterday. We went below that swing point. It's a trading range. So I wonder if there's going to be more buyers somewhere down here. So far, 3 bear bars low in a trading range. Okay, so the bears on 1 got their 2R. That's pretty good. Yeah, 31. Yeah, it's a new record. So 2 legs down, we're kind of vacuuming back to the low of this range. I see whether there are more buyers down here or not. It's just going to be a 2-bar reversal on the 60-minute chart. Oh, you read his book? Yeah, his book's fascinating. He's really put a lot of work into it. bull's trying to get a decent reversal signal down here. This was strong. This was strong. Now you've got strong bar up, strong bar down. So we're probably going to be in a trading range. With the bull sharp on 4. Lots of very small reversal bars. You know, doji reversal. Tiny body reversal. Inside bar reversal. Can the bears get another bear bar? Went below 95 once. Look at the delay on TradingView. Isn't that crazy? That's why I wouldn't use TradingView for like run a broker through it. You know, we're 20 seconds into the bar and it's only just popped up. So I think the first target for the bulls will be that gap. We didn't really break out of this range, and we didn't break out of this range, so I'm not interested in a low one short here. I think it's going to act as a reversal. Trading view with Ninja Trader data. Oh, does that work better, SB? G'day, SB. Does that I probably shouldn't bash other bits of software. I just did my I did some research and you're using Ninja data. Okay, yeah, nice. So bulls want some kind of double bottom. I mean, this is not the kind of test you want as a bull, but it's in a location for a swing buy. Excuse me. Will the bears try again, or are the bulls going to buy down here? Thanks, mate. One of the annoying patterns you get when you have parallel moving averages is this, you know, spend an hour above, spend an hour below. Will traders sell above 4? I bought small at the daily moving average. I'm just hoping to get, you know, an entry bar, follow through bar. that says, yeah, hang on to it. So 2/3 pullback from the bears on that leg. 2/3 on that leg. You just don't know if this is the bottom or there, or there's, you know, it's down here. So if it's a high two, yeah, but it might be a bit of an ugly high two where you buy some and then it trades below it and then comes back up. But it's effectively the same kind of trade. The bears want to break out, but they haven't broken out of anything. So if they don't get the follow through they want, a lot of those, oh, it's a bit loud. They might buy back those shorts. What about the bear channel? Yeah, bear channel from yesterday. Fair enough. But we're going to see in the next few bars, I think, is that going to reverse, create a sell signal and get down here? Nice. So good looking bull bar. Triggered above. I feel like this 15-minute bar needs a second something. But if you sold low in that range, and if I saw that, I'd be careful to sell low again. I'd probably have to wait for a pullback. Limit order market, bears are trying to get, you know, lower high double top or break below this double bottom. Measure move down. Oh, that's the daily chart. Nice. Most of my trades on the open, which, you know, it's not always the best strategy. I usually wait for someone to get trapped, and that strategy is not, you know, scientific. It just comes from the fact that I spent so many years losing, getting trapped on the first trade of the day. They just decided to stop taking it, and by waiting for someone else to take that trade and then doing the opposite, seems to be a good way to start the day. So it's, you know, haven't back tested it. It's really that simple. You can say, like Al does, 50% of opening moves reverse. I just remember looking at, you know, hundreds and hundreds of my trading days and think if I just didn't take that big loss first up, the day would have been great. Chris is saying Tom is an inspiration. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and his approach to reviewing trades is where I kind of doubled down on it as well. Yeah, he is. He's really intuitive. that makes it quite difficult to learn from him because he just has this feeling. He said, no, I think I want to be short here. And 5 minutes later, the thing plunges. And you're like, man, like, how did you know? Like, and and then when you ask him, he can unpack it from so many different angles. It's quite a sensitivity. Great to watch. But he doesn't muck around with his research. I mean, I saw a message from him. He's looking at, like, I think 1,000 days worth of charts to look at an opening pattern. I mean, that's the kind of work you got to do. Okay, so bears trying to get a sell at the moving average. If this is a bear channel, they want a bear bar to sell below. But I think it's still 50-50. So I'm long from the bottom of the range, but I might get cooked on this. We'll see. Because the sell below 3 didn't work, I don't think the sell below 6 is any better. So I'll have to just wait on that one. Okay, so far the 6 is triggered. So far looks like I'm wrong on this one. There you go. $15-minute bears didn't get a good entry bar 6. Can they get a second push down? I'm not going to be scaling into a long position. It's more just have a shot at where I think a reversal is. I've got a good signal bar 5. Be better if the bulls get another one. Hi, Johnny. Happy for bulls. Yeah, I know what you mean. Stairs is actually a great pattern if you can practice it and trade small enough. I mean, ES just spends so much time overlapping. So you've got to be careful to know when it's not going to overlap. But then once a gap closes, it's it's quite a fun way to trade. Oh, get there, bulls. Come on now. Snatching victory out of the jaws of defeat. So I think the best trading strategies are one that you can actually flip for trend and trading range. So the spike, pullback, high 1, spike, pullback, low 1 in a trend flips in a trading range. Spike, pullback, low 1 is a buy as opposed to a sell. So if you think it's a trend, then you sell below it. And if you think if it's a trading range, you buy below it. So that way you don't have to remember too many different strategies. You can just have one that you flip. I think that's the best. Best, maybe that's the wrong word. I think that's the simplest to manage. So you don't have to remember too much stuff. Oh, what an entry bar for the bulls now. Okay, so we've got up to that gap. Nice. So open gap in a trading range, close gap, target close gap. So I took half off at that gap, and I'll see what happens. It's a trading range, so keep your expectations low. But if it's going to be a bigger trading range and it's not going down here, then middle and top third could potentially be targets. This is going to be a very large bull bar. The stop entry bulls. Trading starts to feel like a perpetual sports game. Yeah, yeah, I kind of see it that way. But it took about, I don't know, 8 years of just what's the word? Everyone's trying to sell a technique or a strategy or a setup, or they're like, just do this one thing. But and they say, instos are doing this, instos are doing that. Like, I just have to get over all that nonsense and say, there's nobody in the world who knew that this bar was going to look like this here. Nobody. All right, this is a bear bar. All right, and the traders that took that trade, they don't want a bar that looks like that. They really don't. And the moment that prints, everyone here has to make a decision. Do they scale in? Do they switch? And so that kind of what I call trader agility was the big difference to becoming profitable. To go, well, it's a high two. High two is a great entry, but that high two doesn't set up like yesterday. Yesterday's high two. Here's a high two. Well, I mean, high two is a great trade in a bull trend, but what's wrong with the high two? What's the first thing that's wrong with it? I was waiting for someone to type it in, but we just broke below a range. We just broke below the low of the day. We closed below the low of the day. We're going down fast. Do I really want to buy above something? Traders are selling below some things. So, okay, it didn't work. Another one didn't work. Am I still just going to keep buying? No, at some point you need to say, well, maybe they're all going to exit. And then it sets up a trade for you to go the other way. So I think that kind of agility is much more useful. Yeah, bear micro channel. So you go, okay, well, if the high two triggers, I'll get out of my short. I'll get out a few points above, have a way to leave. But if it fails and those traders exit, that's great. That means the next little bit of momentum will be down. But no one really teaches that except for Al. But having this kind of like like a toaster, set and forget, just put orders there and put a stop and walk away and come back and the money's in your account. None of that ever worked for me. Or it never went to my account. Must have been going to someone else's. This is the background, 100%, Chris. Yeah, yeah. Like traders on 7, right? So traders who are short C7. A 7 prints and they said, yeah, it's a trading range, it's going to reverse. Okay, well, and if this is another bull bar, what do you do if you're short? Are you going to keep adding to a short position? Oh, don't know. You're already underwater 70 points. you might need to buy back those shorts. Some traders are going to sell up here, with a 5-point stop, hoping to get back there. But what happens if we close above? So I'm just looking to see, and you got to use your imagination. Who took a reasonable trade? What's working? What's not? Who could have taken a good profit? Here consecutive bull bars. Once they've got 2R, forget about it. I don't care about those guys. I don't think about these guys down here anymore here. Like they've got paid. I'm thinking about bears who might have stayed in, scaling. So bulls need to get above 1, but seven's good, and as long as that's a bull bar, that's going to create problems for anyone that was short in the session. Is that the 3 legs up? 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I can buy again below. So. Okay, so consecutive bull bars above the moving average. Bull's going to try again, I think, to get a new high of the day. There's pressure building in here. So I think the skill, it's easy with hindsight, obviously, but the skill was 4 bear bars, didn't break out of anything, so I can't take a breakout trade. So the only trade I can take is a pullback trade. I need a pullback. There's the pullback 6, but 6 is at the same price as 3. Now, if you took 3 and 15 minutes later, there's another sell signal at the same price, what happened? You're like, well, we're not lower. I've got a chance to get out of this trade. I might actually take it. So you really want your bear friends to be selling below you. So I think the discipline, is that the right word? Or the habit is to go, okay, I think it's a sell because I think it's a bear channel when we're going down. I'll know for sure on 7. But if we start to go above 6, some traders will just buy as it goes above, buy the close, buy the follow through. Some traders just bought the 7 close on that bar. It's quite a mentally intense way to trade. I think that's why people don't like to do it. Hi, Javier. I'd sign up. Oh, thanks, mate. Appreciate the feedback. It was interesting talking to a whole bunch of traders at Orlando because the feedback they got online, on Telegram and YouTube and emails, Tom was telling me, I was just like, oh man, just I don't get too many nasty comments. I've had plenty, but you'd be surprised at the stuff people send. I suspect that's why a lot of traders don't do it. So we've got an attempt at a double bottom here, but a really big signal bar. Follow through, traders buying, test of the close of 7 or buying. 8's not a great close, but I get what you're doing. It's all the same trade, really. You're betting on a breakout. And if you don't get it, all these traders are going to exit, on a pullback. Bulls trying again to get above 1. These boxes, for those that have just joined us, I'm just taking the day before as a whole range. And I thought, well, it's interesting we're in the lower third. That means, swing traders, of which I'm not a great swing trader, I'll be honest, are looking to buy somewhere in here to go up to the top third. It's important self-awareness in trading, knowing what you are not good at. Hi, Schwenk. Did bar 7 create a measuring gap between the 6 high? Yeah, it's like one of these kind of mini gaps. You can take that concept and apply it on a very micro scale like this. It works really well in a trading range. And you're just looking to trade a second leg. So the bears had 2 legs, so the bulls really need 2 legs. So it'd be better if they break out because they've got a chance for this leg to go a little bit more. Okay, so they got above 1. That's good. Happy days. Will they be able to stay above 1? Setting up possible measured moves. I mean, let's not get too excited just yet because a lot of sideways price action, but looking good for bulls at the moment. The follow-through bar is just the most important in a trading range. It's just absolutely crucial. Oh, thanks, Matt. Yeah, webinar that's not too late. I know what you mean. When I was trading in Oz, it was a nightmare. It was just, you're not your best at midnight, really. So, get their balls. Huge 15-minute bar. Okay, so we're back to the middle of the range. Very nice. Can bars 1 to 4 give a measured move? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I kind of just measured that range a little bit roughly. I think it's more likely to be a big zigzag kind of move. So I took some off under 1 and then we got follow through and then I added it back under 8, basically a test of the close. It's probably not the best trading to do on a live stream, but whatever, it's it's based on the follow through bar. So, and if 9 was a bear bar, then I'll just, close the trade. So we're always in long. We've got strong bull breakout above 1. We've got measured move targets above. That's the middle of the range. It doesn't mean we have to exit there. I think we're more likely to go up slowly to the top third, but we'll see. 2 minutes. Good to see the comments here. It's good to see everyone jumping on the, is it an open reversal, measured move? It's just really good to see because you really got to take that, that practice. Is this what's setting up? I think the only difference between, a pro trader and a newer trader is about 15 minutes. And I really mean that, like 3 bars. Everyone can see the breakout now, but could you see the breakout at 5, at 4, at 3? So you're just trying to move that intuition 1 bar earlier. And the practice is really simple because you just need to use a chart and do this. So when we were here, I said, I don't think it's a good stop entry in the lower third of a trading range. So that means I'm not going to take a stop entry short. So I'm either going to take a limit order long or I'm flat. So I had an order at the moving average. Now, if that closed below my order, oh, just take the loss, whatever. I was wrong. We'll probably go down and see if I get a second leg. But that's the kind of entry bar I'm looking for. It's like building evidence, building evidence. Then bears are going to try a second time. Great looking sell signal, but at the same price, oof, I don't think so. So if you don't sell, you're looking to buy. So good 60-minute bar. Now, because I've got these 60-minute signal bars, so that one, those guys are cooked now. These guys are okay. That red line, I think we're going to come back and touch. I'm trying to do more work on the 60-minute chart. But I feel like these 60-minute traders are very patient and always get a chance to get out. That's my feeling of them. So consecutive closes above that swing point doesn't mean a whole heap in a trading range, but it means we're always in long. We don't want to be short. Really strong 15-minute close. Could that be a measured move up? One of my biggest problems in trading was having very far away targets when we're coming out of a range. And so I was never able to respond to the bars. Like, yeah, we might get there, but we might get there in 3 hours. So still working higher. Good. Open of the year, Johnny says. Oh, there's the call. Have you got the price? Open of yesterday. Oh, he's on the money, isn't he? Open of yesterday. G'day, MB. Thanks for jumping in. Well, we're heavily long. What a great trade. Fantastic. So this stop entry short, market's fractal. So this entry here is the same as this one. I know one's above the moving average, but it's a spike pullback short, but just in the wrong part of the range. I really don't want to stop all the way here and a target really close. I want it to be the other way around. And it's the same with this this buy signal up here. Yeah, it's a breakout. It's a high one. But I just really don't want to be buying all the way up there. Smash that like button. That's it, Matt. Thanks. I haven't been promoting it enough. That's awesome. Cheers, Big Chip. Awesome. You get some EL streams like El Culo. No, there's really not a lot of streamers. There's guys trading gold and GJ and a few others, but I just could never learn their trading strategies very well. They seem to have the big winning days when I wasn't watching. Every time I copied them, I lost. But the thing is, they never explained why. They're like, oh, GJ just does this, it fakes out traders. No, man, it's an opening reversal. There's a huge amount of orders. It's really hard to tell where we're going. So you don't really want to put your whole position on at the start of the day. You want to wait till we break out of something. Selling below this level, bad idea. Buying above here, it's a bad idea. Now it's a much better idea. You know, if you had $1 million worth of orders to put in, are you going to rush to put them in the first 15 minutes? No, that's something retail traders like us do. So in the middle of the range, we went above a swing point. So it's an environment where you want a swing, but you're probably going to end up trading it like a trading range. We got that. My little 5-minute buzzer. I'm not like affiliated with these guys. I just found this website, this thing, and this is really handy. Particularly if you're in a trading range and you're kind of waiting, you're kind of conserving energy. Okay, so 5 bull bars. We didn't close above 11. Still always in long. We've got some gaps below. Moving averages are flat. So bulls would like some continuation. Hi Nobel, thanks for kicking in. Another live session. Well, I'm in the Brooks trading room tomorrow. You can sign up for a couple of free days, I think. Tell them I sent you. I don't know if that'll work. Give it a go. I'm sure Richard will be okay. And yeah, I think that'll be it for this week. We'll see. So for me, similar opens, breakout and a pullback for a buy signal that never happened on 6 here. An attempt at a breakout, a pullback, and a sell signal that I didn't want to take, reversal. So you're either long or flat. You're either taking profits on scalps or swings, but wouldn't be scaling into shorts. I think in this environment, probably okay to close and re-enter, but we'll see. See what happens on 12. So we've got our first 60-minute bar. We're going to come back and test breakout point, 8 high, 1 high. Hi, Patel. That's it. Your morning time, mate. That's it. ES is one of those days where it's a big gap and big move up, but you just don't want to sell. All right. So this is just think about what you do as a new trader. You see this bar and you're like, oh my gosh, sell the close. No, don't do that. You see 7, oh, sell below. No, don't do that. It's a bull spike. It's probably going to have a second leg. The highest probability trade is up. So you don't have to buy, you can't sell. And if you can force yourself to take a small position, switch to micros, switch to SPY, switch to CFDs for the US 500, switch to a demo account, whatever, and just practice getting long for a second leg. If you can build that discipline, you'll avoid these counter trend trades. There are days when they work, and that's great. But most of the time, that's it's just going to bleed your account. Yes, so many measured move targets, and because it's a trading range, and that means a lot of them are going to work. So just find a basis that makes sense to you. We've got a gap from the 6 to the 6 high, 8 low. We've also got a gap to the 1 high. If I drew every measured move, we wouldn't be able to trade. So I think part of the challenge is finding the ones that make more sense to you. For me, I like to see a trader that gets stuck. Okay, so a trader gets stuck below 6. If you sell below 6, you've probably got to stop above 2 or above 1. So we're at a measured move for you, but there's probably a measured move up there. That's the conservative stop. So bears didn't get a bear bar. So bulls will probably buy it. Did that help with the answer, or did that make it more difficult, Schwenk? So now we've got consecutive bull bars on the 15-minute chart. Yep, you can argue bull channel, and we're at the top of that channel. Maybe it's a profit-taking area, but I still wouldn't want to be short. You've got bull bars closing on their highs. If I put this gaps indicator back, this is a buy zone below here. It can still fail, that's fine, but that means I can't sell there. Yeah, I took partial profits on gap closes and closer targets. So one on the gap close, one on the middle of the range. And then I've still got one position. But I'm hoping this is going to be a pullback for an ad to go higher, but, you know, trading range. So in a trending environment, it's a little bit easier for measured moves. Okay, can the bears get to the 1 high? I think they did. Oh, no, so sorry. So sorry, no. I've already saved this. So bulls want this to be a measured move. Is the measured move from the low of the day? Is the measured move from the bull bar, the 7? They're all a similar area, but I think that's the top third of the range here. I better write that. Third of range. I feel like the bulls need another leg up, but they need to make sure 13 is disappointing for the Bears. Stop under 9, yes. 60-minute bar did not close over the range. Thank you, Javier. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, that's right. So very trading range stuff. You know what I mean? That close is a little bit short. And so I read it as things are going to overlap. I call it an ugly measured move. It's the kind of measured move you'll see tomorrow when you look at the chart. You're like, oh, that was the measured move. But at the time, you're like, really? It was from there? Now, my daily analysis can be totally wrong, right? So we're in the lower third. I would like to just transition up to the top third. That would be great. What we can do is this and just and come back down. But because it's a bit of a no man's land, like if I was a bear and I saw this, I think, man, why would you sell there? Why wouldn't you sell up here? Sell when the bulls have got profits. But we're right at that midpoint. Should I leave that on the chart? Is that more helpful? Middle. What was yesterday? Tim Stout always teases me. He says I've got too much on my chart. So breakout high 113. The low one failed here. Would bulls buy here? If bulls got a good signal bar, they buy here. I think bulls are still long, and they're just waiting for whether we're going to break out of this range. But you're taking a similar trade, so you're taking a measured move of this pullback here or here. Oh, ab test. I put a link above. Can you see it says like online stopwatch dash loop something? So 2 minutes into the bar, not a lot of bulls. Will the bears try again to close this gap? Okay, so now we've tested the one high. I don't really want a big nasty bear bar closing back in the range. What do you do here? Big bear bar. It's testing a breakout point, but it's a strong bear bar, so okay to exit below. It's also always in long in a first pullback. So I think you've got a variety of options here. I mean, the stop's below 9. Looks like the bear's closed back in the range. I still think it's better to be long or flat. So might have some bulls who bought here buying lower. The bears did close back below the one high. Is that enough? We'll see. Okay, we can get rid of that gap. Hi, Victor. Could this be the start of a broad bull channel? Where are your lines? Can you guys post in that YouTube chat? I don't know if you can post images in there. You mean in this bit, I think. One thing I pay attention to is the... Oh, no, you can't post them. Okay. That's annoying, isn't it? Failed breakout below. Successful breakout. Failed breakout. I said earlier, you have all these big targets, but it's a trading range, so expect a lot of overlaps. So I closed my long, but I'm willing to get back in if I get another buy signal. Does it mean, does my strategy mean I'll miss out on big swings? Yeah, I do. I take pieces of it instead of holding for pullbacks. But I do really well in trading ranges. And in my view, the market's mostly in a trading range. So it works out for me. But I know I can get back in, like yesterday, you get out, you get back in. But we didn't really break out of that. And if this is the new range here, see if we can get back there. Big bear bar should be expect a second lat. Well, so what I watch for on a big bear like the big bear bar like this, too many B's, is it's testing this breakout point. Does it get follow through? If 15 is a bull inside bar and we go above it, then there's a good chance we flip all those bears. If they sold there, they've got to sell higher, they've got to scale in, or they've got to exit. That's a really common trade here. So you see that bull bar, the moment we go below it, some traders are betting on a measured move down of that bar. So if a trader buys there, they scale in. I don't want to buy and scale in. I just want to sell to their scale in price. I think that's a really powerful technique. So far, bears not able to get follow through. So the 15-minute sell signal, is this a 3-push pattern in a trading range? I mean, it is. But we'll just have to see if it triggers. To me, this is the strongest thing on the chart, so I'd prefer to be long until it fails. El Culo, do I have my strategy written down? I have written it down many times. I use like screenshots and things like that, but it's to the point now where it's like subconscious. So, but at the time when I was putting it together, and it takes a long time to say, no, this doesn't work. But yeah, I could write it down. It should be good enough that you can write it down. I think the way to write a trading strategy is by market cycle. So break it up into, market cycle, break it up into open. What are the trades I take on the open? How do I trade the market cycle? Breakout, spike phase, pullback, channel, trading range. Are there time of day trades? Do I look for an opening range breakout, midday reversal, whatever it is? And then so you put your trades in a location. I think that makes it easier. So another buy signal went above this, went above 15. This is good. I think even if this is a small bull bar, if you were short here, I think you'd reconsider it. But suddenly there's no more rush. Will it come back on 17? I think, Matt, did you send me a message about that, about writing out a trading strategy? So it's going back on the list. Should do a post on it though. Can the bulls break out of this range and get a second leg up? They have had 2 legs. So far, the bears haven't triggered the short. Bears trying to get back in the range. Victor's saying first test of a moving average in a breakout can be a leisurely way to trade. Yes, that's what Al does a lot of the time, trading stocks. He has 6 of them up on the screen, and he just finds the one that's trending, waits for pullbacks to the moving average on a 5-minute or 1-minute chart, just looking for trend continuation trades. Or he's in the room, he mostly trades reversals. He's very, very good at reversals. I am not very good at reversals. I am much better at breakout trades. Can the bulls get another close out of that range? It's becoming less and less clear. And if it's not too clear, it's going to reduce the amount of traders buying above highs. But the sell here did not work. And if it's not going to go below 14, there's a really good chance we're going to go above 14. Okay, so 2 bull bars. We're back at the close of 14. So that little arrow's popped up. It's just saying that it looked like traders were selling the close. It's not the case now. I think we're going above 14. Victor's saying I get killed in reversals. Yep, I know the feeling. I can't justify a wide stop in no man's land. Yeah, me either, mate. And the thing is, when I look at a chart in hindsight, I'm like, oh, mate, you just buy there and use a 20-point stop. But when it comes to trading live and it's a strong breakout against your position, because I'm mostly trading breakouts, I'm like, man, I should be doing the other thing. So I'm not very good at holding. I'm very good when it's a late leg. So, late stage channel, this stuff I'm great at because, you wait for a breakout to fail. So this, what kind of gap is this called? This has a special name. Does anyone know the name of that gap? Let's just see if someone can type it in and we'll oh, maybe there's a delay on the live thing. Anyway, there's that's an exhaustion gap. Once you see, awesome. Thanks, Sap. Much appreciated. So you've got an exhaustion gap. Okay. And now you've got, oh, now everything comes through. Yeah, I think there was a delay. Sorry about that. And now we've closed the open gap. So at this point, exhaustion below, what do you think is going to happen above? We're probably going to do the same. Now we've got this environment where anytime we go below something or above something, we're probably going to overlap it. And if you can switch into this mode, probably from here. So if someone took that sell and they see this, oops, no longer going to sell low, you'll find it's very comfortable. Things go below and the gaps close almost immediately. So something to explore. But you need the gap to close. So far, not a whole bunch of bulls. Three bull dojis. So I don't think it's a very good sell below there. Have the bears triggered that 15-minute short? Okay, they have. So still a bull flag until it's not. Yeah, I think there might be a small delay on the YouTube. So perhaps the question answer thing's not going to work too well. Tight trading range above the moving average. Now I said earlier, when the moving average is flat, you have this behavior of, an hour above, an hour below. But at the moment, for me, this is still the strongest. I'll change my mind if 18, 19 are big bear bars, but I wouldn't sell below a tight trading range here. It's triggered a 15-minute short, but I'm going for their stop. So okay, so getting above 3 bull bars, that's good. We've got an inside bar, we've got an outside bar. So I had this gap on the chart here. So when you get a bar that comes into that gap, it's a limit order buy or nothing, but it's not a sell. Am I presenting in the trade room this evening? No, tomorrow evening, I think. I think it's... Oh, it's Dr. Brooks today, I think. I think so. I think Tuesday is his day now. Still better to be long or flat. Sell didn't trigger. Thanks for joining, Matt. Good to have you. Hi Schwenk, was 15 a high two buy? Yeah, it's technically a high two buy, but it's in a tight range, so it's a bull flag. Whether you take the high two, any buy in here is, you're betting of a breakout of this flag. You're betting this is going to have a second leg up. But I think it's important to have a fail condition. Like, okay, it's a high two, but then if I get a close below my bar, I won't rely on my stop. I'll just get out of that high two. That's good. The Bulls have got another 15-minute bar. Can they get above 18? So I really wouldn't want to close below here because then I'm buying in the top of a range. Okay, so now we've got a high one, breakout, pullback, and a high one on 18. This is on the 15-minute chart, but it's pretty sideways. So this is what I said about the breakout of a trading range. It can go sideways. It's nice if it goes up, but this is more expected. The stop is below 9, but if I get a close below 18, I'll probably just let it go. G'day, Tom. Thanks for joining in. So Javier said 51 for 51 points. Good on you. It's good, good trade. ABR is about 27, so I think we're going to run the 14 stops. That's because this is a bull spike. It's a low probability sell, so we should go and run their stop. If we don't, then I don't want to have a long position anymore. If bears are taking low probability shots and they're still in the market, then there's something wrong with my long position. So we're back at the middle of yesterday. We triggered the high one on the 15-minute chart. Bears did close, one tick in the range, 176, 175. But, is that really going to be enough for you to sell below? I don't think so. You might have bears trying to sell up here, but that's not my trade. Nice. So we ran their stop. Beautiful. Beautiful. So 3 bull bars near the moving average. Buy below. Betting it's a trading range. Just targeting their stop. Oh, 51 in the channel. Awesome. Thanks, mate. That's great. Mate, new records. Fantastic. What do I think about 7-Eleven being a 2-legged move in a trading range? Yeah, that was the issue. So that's why I had the middle of the range from yesterday, this little box. And, this move down was also 2 legs. So I thought, well, to be fair, even though I'm biased because I'm long, that's also a 2-legged move, and that can be game over. But I thought this was strong enough to get a second piece. Now it's got the second piece. it's not really behaving like the bull trend that you want to be buying high in. So I suspect everyone's going, oh, look, a bull bar, I'll buy below. Whereas yesterday, it's like bull bar, buy above, buy below, buy bear bar, buy above. You know, it's just, you're just betting it's going to have more. So contrast that with this. Oh, bull bar, I'll buy below. There's no real rush. Yeah, 14, sellers above, absolutely. That's why I'm going for the 14 stop. I'm going for where I think the limit order bears will be selling. Oh, cheers, Sap. Much appreciated. Thanks for the comment. Thanks for jumping on. Well, 55. Fantastic. Trying to get some stats to show the team. We'd like to have a Euro stream set up. It'd be just a bit easier if we had some more presenters to do it. So another bear bar immediately by the close. That little arrow is just saying there's no tail on it. So it's a second entry short for the bears. They triggered this 15-minute bar. I suspect we're going to do a bit more sideways. Oh, great, Schwenk. Appreciate the compliment. Yeah, I try and keep it instructive. Thing is, you know, I spent a lot of years watching a lot of streams. You know, I was trading GJ and gold and all kinds of stuff, and I just sucked. I was just so bad. And I was looking for the ultimate setup that suited my personality, because that's what everyone says. But it's not possible. The Albrook style is signal bar, entry bar, follow through bar. All right, someone took a short on this bar. What do they want on that bar? What does everyone who sells this bar want? They want bear follow through, right? So if I'm flat and I see that bar and then I see this, I think, huh, they didn't get what they want. Now, how long are they going to stay in this trade? I mean, 16 can be a bear bar. Okay, they're in. But if 16 is not a bear bar, and I said, well, if it's an inside bar, which it was, if we get 2 consecutive bull bars, what are they going to do? They're going to get out of that trade. Now, I don't know when they're going to get out of it, but I know for sure, mathematically being short there is silly. Because now there are bulls who are going to buy below now, right? So you want to sell and get down here, but no one's going to sell below you anymore. So you place an order to buy down here, it gets filled. Now what do you want to do as a bear? Now you definitely want to get out. So now you're going to have to buy back above the high of that bar. So you could see what was going to happen here and here and here, and either get in early or trade back to their exit. What about yesterday? Yesterday, you get a sell signal, you get a bear bar follow through, happy days. You got more bears, happy days, you get another bear bar. Oh, didn't trigger. So no one's short down here. The only traders are short at the close. We go all the way up above the high of your bar, you're sweating, and we come all the way back down. They say, oh, thanks very much, I can get out of that trade. So if you're flat and you see that, you don't have to buy there, you don't have to buy there, but somewhere here, you switch to being long. Bears got out break even. Yeah, so that's interesting. Thanks, Ron. I was too busy yapping, so I missed that. Bear who sells 14, sells above, gets out break even. If bears can get out break even, this ain't that bullish. So contrast it to here. Can bears get out break even? Selling there. Selling the close of 12. No, you missed it. Selling above 3 bull bars? I don't think so. I'm going to assume no one's doing that in a bull trend. Or they won't be doing it for long. So no one got out break even on that trade. What about this trade? maybe you sell below 7, you sell below 12. Okay. But can you see how like this is not a great thing to be doing in a bull trend? We're above both moving averages. You can't even see the 200. It's so bullish. Just do nothing or buy. Okay, let's say you sell here. Now, if you're selling bear bars, you're getting back to the break even, but you're still sitting in losers the whole time. So it's just not the kind of strategy I'm very good at. So we're having trouble getting out of this range. Slowly working higher. So I added on here and got out at the 14 high. And now I need a new entry if one's going to set up, but it's a bit tight. Javier's saying bar 14 is the key. Yep, I think so. That breakout entry is quite common. You know, you get this kind of thing. Trying to break out, trying to break out, trying to break out. Break out. This is what we're doing at the moment, right? And then we come down and test that breakout point. And now we've got bull bars. And now we shoot out. We come back to test a breakout point and get a sell signal for a second leg down. Oh, Tom, yeah, I think a lot of traders would have done that yesterday on ES because huge gap up. So you just don't expect a strong bull trend. You see one and then two, and you think, all right, it's probably going to be, you know, a reversal like this yesterday. But then you got 3, 4, 5, 6 bull bars. So it's like no matter what this reversal is, it's really low chance to work. And then you get 9. 9 doesn't quite close above, but it gets follow through and comes back. It was yeah, the bars were moving very weirdly yesterday. Felt like they spent most of their time at the bottom of the bar, but then all closed up. So Yeah, Javier, you're right. DAX, because DAX and ES have been doing similar things. Because if I trade the DAX well in the morning, it's just been usually the same pattern in the afternoon. But I was a bit slower yesterday because DAX was a up reverse and ES was not. So, but the daily chart on ES was better. Like we needed to get back to the moving average, and like if you'd sold down here and you saw this, you're probably not super psyched to sell again down there. Okay, so bulls finding it at 21. Trying to close by the middle of the day. Lots of tails. Trying to get the follow through bar. That would put a measured move of this 15-minute range. Oh, there we go. Team, I might pull it up there. Thanks very much for listening. We've got the spike pull back and we're getting a second leg up. I think the target's potentially the top third of this range from yesterday. Where's the top of that range? So it's around about 269 area. I think can be a target. This is in the middle of the range, so bulls trying to get up there, but lots of tails, so it looks like traders are buying and having a position to scan in below, but currently a bull micro channel. So thanks for your support. Yeah, trying to get a Euro room organized for the Brooks trading room soon. But in the interim, I'll just try and do some more live streams. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate the questions. If you go on the Discord for Brooks Price Action, you can find me, Tim F. I'm in blue. I won't be trying to sell you any Bitcoin, which seems to be a favorite from spammers on our channel. Yeah, you're welcome to ask me a question there. Thanks, everyone. And I'll catch you in the room tomorrow in ES. Cheers.